everybody. Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. And my name is DJ. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Davida. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Sonic movie, Sonic the Hedgehog. It just came out recently. Now, I am the only one that saw it, so it's going to be me reviewing it. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure you have some questions or whatever.
Sure. Yep.
Going over it. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog, if you didn't know, is from the 1990s. Wonderful decade, I guess.
It was awesome.
It was pretty.
It was a great decade to grow up in.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff came out in it. You know,
yeah.
You wouldn't have all the stuff you have now without the 90s. Mm-hmm. So, video game. The movie opens with Sega having like this little thing, starting with Sonic, and then like all these other video game characters, and then there's like a Sega original film. So I'm wondering if Sega's planning on
doing another one.
Well, not only they're going to do another Sonic. It had an end credit scene.
Well, only if it makes money.
I think it is making money though.
Really?
The shows were sold out when I went.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly, I didn't think they were going to be, and they were sold out.
I thought this was going to be a huge flop.
I don't think it's going to be a flop. I didn't think it was going to be good, but I will open it up saying that it was better than I thought it would be. It's not a bad movie.
Do I trust your review right now?
Look, was I not the number one person on this podcast saying this is dumb? Why are they doing a Sonic movie? This movie's going to be horrible.
Yes. But now I am so convinced that this movie has to suck. I don't believe you when you tell me it doesn't.
It's not a bad movie. Now, is it like you have to go to the theaters and watch this movie? No. I'm not going to say that. If you have a kid, yeah, sure, go take them, whatever. But you ain't got to break the bank to go watch it in the theaters. When it comes out in Redbox or Netflix, you can pick it up and watch it. But I would say, yeah, even in that case, if it comes on Netflix, yeah, check it out. It's a pretty decent movie. That's going to be the only thing I do without spoilers, because there's no way to talk about these type of movies without
You're right.
doing spoilers. There's not a lot of substance
right.
to it.
Before you hop in, so you're talking about it said a Sega original film.
Yeah.
What other Sega game could they do?
Street Fighter.
Ooh.
No, I mean that's not Sega exclusive, but
and we already have that.
They can redo it.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. Castlevania. I mean, I'm not watching that.
That wasn't Sega exclusive.
Was it? No.
I don't know enough about video games, so maybe we should not have this topic.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk. Some stuff was Sega exclusive. We got to look at what video games they show when they're doing.
Okay, all right.
Doing that, and we'll figure it out. But maybe Sega is planning on doing like movies. Maybe it will save them, because I don't know what has Sega really done.
I'm surprised Sega's still around, to be honest.
They still make Sonic games. They're hit and miss, mostly miss in modern times, but I mean, Generations was pretty good.
Honestly, I haven't played a Sonic game since the one that came with our Sega.
You should play Sonic Mania. It's exactly like the one that came with our Sega.
Is it on the PS4?
Yes.
Is it $5 or less?
I don't know. It's been out for a while. You might catch it on sale.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you know Sonic, I mean, I know their story now that we had so many different games. But if you go back to the original, I mean, what's the story? Robotnik is kidnapping animals and trying to get the Chaos Emeralds, and Sonic saves them.
Basically, he's turning squirrels and bunnies into robots?
Yeah, so that's not the story for this, which makes sense because you need a different story.
Honestly, I was expecting that story.
Yeah, no. So Sonic's obviously from whatever planet he's from, and he has a weird power because he can run super fast, and he's being raised by an owl. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
Why wouldn't he be raised by other hedgehogs?
I don't know. I don't know how that works in his world or whatever. But Sonic never had parents.
What do hedgehogs look like?
Not like Sonic.
Does he even look like a hedgehog?
No. Not really. No, hedgehog, they're like these little little furry thing. They do roll up into a ball.
They look like groundhogs.
Tiny porcupines, maybe.
Tiny porcupines, without the porkies.
They do have quills. That I don't think they're as like
Okay.
pokey as porcupines.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, because people hold hedgehogs and stuff. Yeah, they're like little weedy little things.
Okay. So why wouldn't he be raised by hedgehogs?
I don't know.
Okay. An owl.
Yep. No,
Do they even live in the same ecosystem? Is that the proper term?
I'm pretty sure
Same
owls would
environment?
eat hedgehogs. Most likely, an owl.
Oh, no,
an
no.
owl would eat
Are
it.
they're not that small.
Hedgehogs? Yeah, they are.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that they're that small.
I might look that up. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not an important part. Whatever. He's being raised by an owl. Whatever. It's just kind of like the start. So basically, the premise is that he has his power. She wanted him to stay hidden. It sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Superman.
Basically everyone with power. Oh, you gotta keep it away from people.
No, that's probably true though.
So they stay hidden. He didn't. He was out running around. And it's like, oh, they can't see me. I'm too fast. And then like it wasn't Knuckles, but they looked like the Knuckles people. They were like red with the dreads or whatever. He's an echidna, which looks like a hedgehog, but it's not one.
Thanks for telling me that.
Yep, good information for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to run away, and the rings open up portals to new worlds, which is kind of true. That's how it worked in the game, right?
I don't know, but he was collecting rings. What was that about?
That's just a point system in the game.
Okay.
The rings keep you alive. In the movie, they're just portals to another world, which also is true because I think in the first game, you jump through a ring to move to the next stage.
Oh, I just thought that was just something you did.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, they took it and made it portal to the world.
Okay.
So he went to Earth, and he stayed hidden on Earth for all this time. And basically, the problem is he's lonely.
Obviously.
Because he's staying hidden, and so, like, he's in the town of Green Hills. Nice nod. The first level of Sonic is Green Hill Zone.
Got you.
Cool. And basically, he's just running around people watching all this time. And, he plays around. And there's this one person that says there's a blue devil that no one believes. And so Sonic keeps messing with him. I mean, that's the premise. He has to stay hidden. Obviously, eventually they find out where he is. And that's how the movie kicks off.
Okay.
So that's our beginning premise. So the reason why I say this movie is better than I thought, it's more entertaining than I thought it would be. Okay. But it is a kids movie. Like, it's definitely for kids. I think some of the acting is a little cheesy, especially from the humans in the movie. It's like, okay. And then Jim Carrey is just full-blown Jim Carrey. That's it. Yeah, it's Jim Carrey turned up to 11.
That is my issue because I am not a Jim Carrey fan.
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of comedy where it's just so much.
He wasn't even like, I've had a few genuine laughs in it, and it wasn't even Jim Carrey part. Like, that was just something that was happening while I was watching it. But I'm pretty sure kids probably are going to find it funny. But, it was the other characters that I thought was better to watch.
Yes, I don't know. I don't think I can take a Jim Carrey to 11.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. He's not like in the movie all the time. He'll be all right. I mean, there were some funny parts with him. But so you have that. I think the graphics and the CGI actually done excellently, especially after they redid Sonic to look more like the video. Why would you not make him look like the video? We get that it's fictional. Like, let's make him look more realistic. He's a blue giant hedgehog.
Yeah.
Just
you had the template. Why would you go away from that?
Yeah, so he looks like Sonic, and there were some pretty good nods to the video game in this.
Okay.
I believe. So pretty cool there. James Marsden, I think, did a good job. It's just, I don't know if you can think back to our kids' movies. That's the plot's not that strong.
Is it like Space Jam? You know what I mean? Like, just like, it's entertaining because I'm a kid, but the movie is really dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the plot's not strong. I wouldn't call it a dumb plot, though. Well, no, you know what? Nah, yeah. It's kind of dumb because there's this part where, okay, so Sonic he causes a blackout.
Okay.
By accident. And this is how he starts to get discovered. And then they turn to, like, the government, and they're all sitting around at a table trying to figure out what's happening. First of all, I don't think they would even care about a blackout in some small town called Green Hill.
No.
But whatever. So they're sitting around, and they're like, oh, man, you know what? We have to use him to figure this out. Talking about Dr. Robotnik. And there's no real reason. It's just we have this scene, and that's how they explain why they have to call in Dr. Robotnik.
Okay.
Which is, they didn't. They didn't have to, because at that point they didn't even know there was like an alien on the planet. So there was no real reason.
They could have just called electrical engineers.
Yeah. Well, I guess all the power company, everybody was saying that there was nothing wrong. So what happened? And they're like, wasn't an attack. But why would you call this person if you thought it was a terrorist attack?
Right.
And what kind of terrorist attack just caused a blackout on a small town?
Yeah.
Not the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I was saying. Like, the plot's not the strong, but if you're a kid, that doesn't matter. You're like, oh, the government people said you need to get Dr. Robotnik in, and so they did.
Okay.
Basically, and that's basically how it was. They just said it. Hey, we're going to need Robotnik. Everybody's around like, no, he's horrible. Fine, we'll call him in, and then they do.
Okay.
And then there was no more government people. It was just Robotnik after that.
Nice.
Like, he shows up at a military base, says, I'm in charge now. And I thought, like, these characters were going to be something. Because the one character, he's kind of, I mean, like, he's not super famous, but he's known.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just in that one scene. I was like, well, that was a waste. Like, he was, like, the major on the base.
Right.
And he just comes in, I'm in charge now. And
that was it?
That was it.
Okay.
No more other government people. It's just Dr. Robotnik. I'm like, oh, weird.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by, like, you know, the plot's not that strong.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of doesn't matter since it's a rated PG movie. Obviously, when I watch it, I can obviously say it's for kids. My son, who usually in movies goes, can we leave now? Because, his attention span, he sat there and watched the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. So he didn't seem to have a problem with it. Which, cool.
Okay.
Which, you know, I don't know if he understands everything they're saying, so whatever. He probably just thought it was cool to see a blue thing run around.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, they did a couple of, like, Quicksilver scenes.
Mm.
You know how, like, X-Men and Quicksilver, they had the stopped while he was moving? Yeah. Those actually were done pretty well.
Okay.
I thought they looked pretty good. The one I only saw the first trailer, so sorry. I don't know if they showed any more in the other trailers, but the one they showed in the trailer, I was like, that doesn't look that great. But that was like one of the last scenes. The other scenes they did looked a lot better.
Okay.
I thought Sonic was actually funny in this, which was pretty good.
Okay.
And the way they did his character was good too. It's like I think it's how Justice League was trying to portray Flash, because since they're faster, they think faster, so they always have like these running thoughts, and that's how Sonic was. He was always like talking and moving on to the next thing, like constantly bouncing all over the place, because he thinks faster than everybody else because he moves faster. And I think that's what they were trying to do with the Flash and Justice League, and I think this was done better.
Interesting.
In that aspect.
Justice League got outdone by Sonic.
Hold on.
I mean, that's what you said.
I was saying that particular personality aspect of a fast character, I believe, was done better.
Okay.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, stupid reasons to fight and whatever. Their heartfelt moments they had or whatever. I don't know. The conflict wasn't that strong to me.
Okay.
But it was a fun watch, at least.
Okay.
That's kind of my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a fun movie. It's not as bad as you thought.
Yeah, definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Thought it was just going to be complete trash,
Right.
to be honest.
Right.
There was an end credit scene. There were two. Sonic sent Eggman to the mushroom planet, which is where he was supposed to escape to.
Okay.
But there's nothing on it, which is funny because I think that's like the first level of Sonic and Knuckles. Is with the mushrooms or whatever. So he's on that planet, or whatever. I think it's a planet or dimension. I don't know.
A place, whatever. A world,
and now he looks more like Eggman.
Okay.
They did portray Eggman as like a super smart person, but it was way too over the top. Definitely way too over the top.
Okay.
Just, yeah, no.
Okay. Did they introduce Tails?
Yes, that was your end credit scene.
All right.
He comes out of a ring, and there's Tails, Miles Prowler.
Nice.
Which it took me until I was like 20 to realize that Miles Prowler's name is miles per hour. Yes.
I just got that.
You just got it.
One, I never knew his last name.
Well, it says it went in the opening. Like when the credit, like when you put the game in and it says
like
Sega. Yeah. It says Miles Tails Prowler.
You honestly paid way more attention than I did to the Sonic game.
It was on the screen.
I barely know that his name is Miles.
It wasn't like
because I was thinking, like, if his name is Miles, why do we call him Tails?
Because he has two tails. This is his nickname. So yeah, so they had him.
Okay.
So there's definitely going to be a second one, especially if this one makes money, which I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's making money. I didn't see a lot when I was trying to look for it, but I thought I saw somewhere it said made 50 million or something like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure, so don't call me out on that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if you got some young kids, I think they'll, especially between like 8 and 9 or whatever, they'll have fun with it. If you're a fan of Sonic, I think you probably have fun with it. I'm still not going to recommend you go out of your way to go to the theater to watch it. But yeah, if you see it out somewhere, yeah, check it out.
Okay.
It's not a waste of time, you know. So pretty cool. If I was to rate it, I'm gonna give it 2 ratings because I feel like it should. A critical rating, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
6, yeah. I think at some point I raised it to a 6.5, but I might give it a 6 because it's not a strong movie. To be honest. Like I said, the plot is kind of weak.
Okay.
But if I were to rate it as a kid's movie, looking at it through the eyes of a kid, I'd probably give it an 8. You know.
Okay.
This is probably a movie that kids would want to watch all the time.
Your kid will be entertained.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good, funny, entertaining. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Sonic movie. Check it out. Why not? It's out in theaters.
So. Did they have a lot of different boards in the movie, or was it just Green Hills?
Yeah, he's on Earth, so he was just in Green Hills, and then they went to San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah.
Because I just keep thinking about the oil board on the second one. Like, that one was a killer. So.
The music on that was a killer.
Yeah.
Sonic had some good music. We have to admit that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't throw any music in.
Right.
From the game. I was expecting that. Now, you had some, little slight things like when he was picking up the rings, you heard the little ring sound. There was this one point where, like, he was running down, he had to catch the rings and the 2 people, they were falling off a building. So he ran down and you saw him trying to grab the ring, and when he did, it made the little ring cling sound, which was like, okay, so that's pretty cool. But no jumpy sound,
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, at least once, at some point, give it an excuse to make it the sound when, like, maybe something else made the sound when he jumped for some reason. That would have been pretty cool.
What about the sound when he dies?
Or, yeah, you know what? Should have had Eggman when he comes through. Put on the boss music.
Yeah.
And have him just play. He was crazy enough. Why not?
Yeah. Missed opportunity.
Oh, sorry, I know too much of that. But
every board you had to hear it.
Yeah. I think I might play Sonic now. It did kind of make me want to like, oh man. And you know what? The feeling is funny because it didn't make you want to go back and play like the 3D games.
Right.
I probably because I was a kid in the 90s.
Right.
It just was like, man, you know what? It would be fun to go back and play Sonic 2 again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty good in that aspect.
Okay.
It was definitely pretty good.
Interesting.
I was surprised they didn't introduce Knuckles in the end credit scene. That's who I thought was going to come out.
Right. You gotta have Sonic and Knuckles.
But if they introduce Tails, maybe they'll do that in the second
maybe Knuckles
movie.
will be his antagonist until the end.
Yes. There are a lot of characters. We'll see where they go with this. I don't know how many movies they expect to make, but...
Depends on how much money they make.
Yeah, it depends on how much money they make. But definitely surprising.
Okay.
Since we were talking about video game movies, if I were to compare it to... What was the only other one's Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah.
And in this modern era of video game movies coming out. Or there was another one, wasn't it?
That we watched and reviewed?
No, not that we watched, but that came out.
A recent video game movie? I'm the wrong person to ask about this.
Okay. Not that I remember, unless we count like Tomb Raider. I don't know.
Well, that is recent.
Is it that recent though? It's not that recent.
It's like 2 years, isn't it?
New one? It was longer than 2 years.
The new one?
Yeah.
Has it been longer than 2 years?
I'm pretty sure it's been longer than 2 years.
Oh, anyways, it wasn't good, right?
I didn't watch it. I don't know. Yeah. So if I'm going to compare it to, I guess, even comparable video games, the Detective Pikachu is the only one that kind of is in the same level.
Right.
Of that. Detective Pikachu is better.
Okay.
Yeah. The plot for Detective Pikachu is definitely a lot stronger, and it's more stuff than just kids. But also, you still have the same problem of the characters being overly
extra.
Yeah, because I guess kids need that to be extra to understand what they're feeling. I don't know. Well, you've seen their cartoons. Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah, they're dumb.
So, yeah, they both have that issue.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think Detective Pikachu is a better movie overall.
Okay.
Than Sonic. But this is not a bad crack at it, so.
All right. Well, that is good to hear.
Yeah.
So, good news, people, for everyone that's been waiting years for this. Disney Plus has released, well, not the exact date, but the dates of their upcoming shows on their Disney Plus streaming service.
All right.
So, coming up next in the summer, or maybe it's going to be the fall, I don't know. Oh, no, it's summer.
August.
It's
summer.
August, definitely summer. Maybe not here where we live, but it'll be summer somewhere.
No, August is summer here. September isn't.
Not all of August. Falcon and the Winter Soldier will debut in August on Disney Plus.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yes.
I thought WandaVision was first. They switching around again?
Look, this is what the internet said. Now, the internet can be wrong, but I can only tell you what the internet told me.
They said WandaVision was first.
Would you let me? We're getting to that. No, are you sure? They did say that.
They did, because they moved it up to the spring, but I guess they moved it back.
Well, maybe this is August of 2021 and not 2020.
Well, we'll see.
So if it's not this August, it's next August.
They might have moved it up because it's filmed already, isn't it?
Which is why, why are they taking so long to release this?
I don't know.
Right. And then the second season of The Mandalorian returns in October.
Yes, that's good.
Yes, that is good. And then WandaVision debuts in December. They said the fall of that, right? Which means we'll get it.
That's December, yeah.
We'll get it before Christmas.
So it's coming out this year.
Yes.
All right, they did say something was going to be earlier than the end of this year, so I'm guessing Falcon and Winter Soldier would have to be this August then.
Yeah.
And not next August.
Yeah, which means Disney Plus is setting it up where I have to re-sign up for Disney Plus and then not cancel it.
Well, that's what I said the other time. I'm like, you got to come up with a show, at least one every quarter.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just... Like, because what do they have now? You came out with Mandalorian, and you've been out since November, and we're not getting a new show until August? Now, even Netflix has an original every, week or something. I don't know. Like
something.
You need something coming out.
Yeah.
You're not going to stand on just, am I going to rewatch The Lion King again? Like, no. So they need a show once every quarter. They need to make sure they have at least that.
It seems like what they're doing now, at least these shows, these are coming out every other month, which means I can't cancel, which is fine. I guess I'll spend that $7. But what comes when these end? Right. December's over. Do we have something in February? I feel like
Mandalorian starts in December?
Yes. No, October.
Oh, no, WandaVision starts
in December, so
that's going to
8
end
episodes
in February?
February.
Okay. So you need something to come out at least March.
Yeah. What's that, Loki? Is that ready?
Something. They got to work on something. No, they had another Star Wars series that they were working on, weren't they?
When I hear Star Wars, I don't listen.
Oh. I think there's an Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Okay. Well, I feel like in order if they want people to keep it, they have to keep.
But that hasn't been shot yet, so it can't come out next March.
So then, I don't know what's going to come out then. Probably some cartoon.
I don't know.
Oh, when is that? What If supposed to come out?
Oh yeah, What If? They need, because I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either or. That means I'll have Disney Plus from August until February.
Okay. I think I don't know. Disney, you seemed smarter than this before, but like I think they need to figure this out. I think they actually expected people to keep it just based on watching the old movies and shows. No. No. I mean, unless you got a kid under the age of 8. Yeah. Like, I have it because now my son can watch Mickey Mouse Roaster Racers.
Right. Yeah. The people I know that have young kids, and people know just like, oh, my kids watch The Simpsons nonstop.
Yeah.
But
okay.
that's it.
But other than that, yeah. I don't know why they expected, like, people are going to keep it based on those.
No.
I mean, with some new content.
Yeah, I think how they doing it now, where every other month the show debuts, they have to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
They have to keep that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so that was our news.
Yes.
My bad. I'm sorry. So now that's it for the podcast. You guys know where to catch us. Same spots. Fine,
Lazy.
yes. Facebook.com/3D Rivals. And Twitter @3_Rivals. And Gmail. 3D Rivals @gmail. Yep.
Hit us
Those
up.
places. Hit us up. Catch us next time where we'll be talking about something. You thought I was going to tell you what we were going to talk about, but I didn't because I don't know. So we'll catch you next time. Peace out.